Welcome to Tunnel Vision Athletics, where real athletes and coaches drop real game. If you're an up-and-coming athlete with dreams of playing at the next level, you're in the right place. We sit down with former coaches, teammates, and insiders who've been through it all, from college recruiting, scholarships, setbacks, and success. Our goal is to give you the tools, knowledge, and a mindset to take your game beyond high school. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you find it helpful. Let's get into it.
Cool. Welcome back to another episode. Today we have a special guest as far as someone whose journey exemplifies someone who truly stays focused, committed, and driven throughout the process. Charles Lenford Jr., I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule because coaching at the collegiate level, truly time is scarce. Would you say?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Would you say it's a little bit more scarce on the coaching side of things rather than actually competing in the sport?
Scarce. No. I think I think there's a lot of different types of coaches out here. A lot of different types of coaches. There's a lot of coaches that are good recruiters of talent, and then there's good coaches. So
Okay. Yeah, for sure, for
yeah.
sure. And going back as far as the high school, you were a decorated thrower coming out of Oceanside High School. You went on to make waves at the University of Kentucky, one of the most competitive programs in the SEC. While at Kentucky, you built a pretty impressive resume. You ranked top 10 nationally, personal best in both breaking records in both discus and shot put, recognition in member of the SEC all freshman team, and even going on to win SEC Gold.
It was great. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, how was that for you?
The journey it was it was shaky. Um, I want to play football, as most really large kids do. But I couldn't because I have a heart problem. I have SVT. So stopped doing
What
football.
what is SVT?
Supraventricular tachycardia, basically like the electrical systems in the upper valves in my heart. They kind of mess up sometimes and they'll maybe kind of like spasm. And I'll be at a sitting heart rate of like 170, 180 per minute. Like I'm sitting here staring at you, but it's as if I'm like running.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Okay. So that just
So,
made it hard as far as competing in a contact sport.
I mean, I could have competed in contact sport, but it was more my parents. They were like not having that. And honestly, the way some of the coaches were treating me like with that heart problem, I was like, I don't think I want to do that. There's no point. Like it don't seem like they care. So if they don't care, then I'm gonna do a different sport.
But was that kind of the higher powers motion as far as to open up opportunities for you in other ways?
um, I did I did track even before. Well, I wouldn't say before football, but I definitely tried track the same year, the same year that I had my last year in football. So my sophomore year, it was my last year of football, and then I did track after, and I was like, okay, I like this. I'm pretty good at it, and just kind of kept doing it.
Okay, cool,
Um,
cool.
but yeah, from there, I think my junior year, I ended up getting pretty good. I didn't do football at all junior year, so I was just kind of locked in the weight room, really trying to get big, trying to get strong. See what I can do to push this body as far as it can go. Um, and I ended up being pretty decent. I threw 194. That's like what 59 meters or something. Um, 59 something. And then started getting letters, started getting like offers and whatnot. Had to go take ACT, take the SAT, had to make sure the grades is good. Just all the 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 little stuff that you have to kind of worry about when you're going to school. And then once I got to Kentucky, it was really cool. It was a little bit it was a lot different, obviously, because you come from a place in California and then you go to freaking Kentucky. It's like it's a little different. But I mean, me being from Texas and kind of living around everywhere, like it didn't feel too weird. But it was amazing. It was a way different experience, and I would recommend that most athletes go to a 4-year university straight out of high school. I don't think I think JUCO is definitely helpful, but I think you should be trying to get your grades already good. That's the only reason people go to JUCO because their grades suck. But
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, just aligning yourself for the best outcome, right? Because
yeah,
you'll rather be in position and not have an offer rather than not be in position and receive an offer and not be able to
hmm
take it.
exactly. No, exactly. Like I definitely feel for the JUCO products, man. I recruit a lot of JUCO kids now. um,
Yeah.
but yeah, that experience was good. It's a lot different than high school though. It's kind of I wouldn't say there's like an expectation to be great, but yeah, there kind of is an expectation to be great. It's like it's a challenge every day. It's very fun. It's very rewarding, right? Like you get to be on your own. You don't have to worry about your parents. You can go party, you can go drink, you can do whatever you really want to, right? And it's kind of up to you to be the seer of your success. Like, are you really the person you say you are when you're like talking to all your teammates? Like, bro, I'm not the guy. I'm about to throw 70 meters this year. It's like, all right, well, like, what happened to what you did last night? You said you was gonna go to this party and then you was gonna go to training this morning. You didn't go to training this morning, bro. You was just in bed. You know what I mean? Just stuff like little, even that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because
the
everybody's
accountability factors, because you don't have nobody, you don't have any, you're not living in anybody's household, so nobody's telling you where you need to be at, right? So as far as when you take that step to go on to play collegiately, it's really it's on you to show up, right, and do what's expected of you and what these coaches have brought you in to do, right?
Exactly.
And where are you at currently?
Currently in Louisiana. I'm coaching at University of Louisiana Lafayette.
Okay. And how has that experience been for you?
It's been pretty good. We're probably one of the higher mid majors out here. It's a big city, I'd say. I mean, like 2 years ago, I was in Hammond, and they had like 10,000 people lived in the city, and 10,000 is the amount of the school. You know, it was kind of it was one of those type of places. But I think this place is definitely a lot more what you would probably say the more traditional college experience. You know, pretty decent sized city around it, 300,000 people.
Okay.
And you got everything you need: nice weight room, good facilities, and athletes that want to come through.
Yeah. What division are you guys?
Division one.
Division one. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And you said mid-major. For some athletes that don't know, can you explain what that is?
So mid-major are any of the schools that aren't in the uh pack, not pack, the that aren't a P5, right? So we're thinking like Big 10, Big 12, SEC, ACC, and Pac 12, which is not a it's not a conference yet, but they're starting to put teams together right now to get a new Pac 12 with all like the recent changes in the NCAA.
Cool. And I mean, when you talk about the conferences, and one thing that I always get misconstrued sometimes is when you think about like SEC, ACC, you think about big brand football, right? Is it the same way as far as when you look at it from the track and field side? Those schools may not be as prosperous. You know what I'm saying? So who is a dominant as far as what conference is a dominant conference within the track and field?
I'd say what's the one that moved like all the schools to? I think it's the Big Ten that they moved all those schools to. So the Big Ten
Big
is pretty
Ten.
dominant, and the SEC is pretty dominant. The other
Okay.
ones, I would say the other ones are pretty good, right? But I feel like I mostly see like your USC's, your Oregon's, your Alabamas, your Kentucky's, your South Carolinas and stuff like that, like Florida's. I see those teams more often than like Wyoming or like
Yeah.
Wisconsin. Like I don't see those teams as much as Wisconsin is big. No, they're not. They're Big 12. I don't know what they are, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like
you
I'm not
good.
seeing North
Hey,
Texas as much as Alabama.
okay. Yeah, nice. And a side note, this is gonna be educational for me because I ain't too educated in track and field. So not only as far as for my athletes and future athletes watching, this is gonna be you're gonna be educating me in your space and realm. All right. So I appreciate it. Uh as far as going back to high school, what moment in time as far as that made you realize that you can actually compete higher than high school or outside of high school?
My sophomore year, so I first started doing track. I first started my freshman year. I remember now, but I couldn't do track because of my heart problem. I don't know why they were like, oh, just because this happened, like you can't do track. I'm like, bro, I'm throwing a fucking ball. Like, come on,
Yeah.
I'm throwing a metal ball from my neck, and you're worried about me falling out. Like I've told you guys over and over again, like I'm fine. Y'all just don't want to believe me, and because anyway.
Well, no, you can spend a little bit more time on that because I mean, it sounds like I didn't even know all this was happening. It just sounds like as far as coach after coach is just telling you no, that that you are unable to do this, like what type of those, like what kind of conversations were you having in order for you to push through and be able to compete?
I mean, it wasn't really conversations for me. I think it was like more of a rare case. I just had a heart problem. So I we had to go to the doctors and get a note that said I can do sports. That's really it. Um,
Okay.
and once we were able to do that, it was fine. But I would say my sophomore year when football finished up and I started doing track a lot more, and then I made it to state, and then I made finals at state. Like I made it to day two. I was like, oh, okay, like I might be pretty decent at this. And then I went to a track camp that summer, and like the UCLA throws coach at the time, Coach Frazier, I love that guy. He's currently at Texas State now. He's the head coach at Texas State, head
Okay.
coach and throws coach. And he was just like, "Man, you're looking good." You know what I mean? Like, I really want to go to UCLA, right? So I was like, "Okay, here we go." Like, now I'm gonna lock in. And then, yeah, ever since then, I just locked in on track and field, and that's how I kind of just knew. I
So
mean,
one conversation from your dream school, and it kind of just it clicked.
Uh, well, I mean, I made it to state. I made it to state, and then I went to a track and field camp that summer, and the coach was like really. I wouldn't say he was gonna like give me an offer that day, obviously, but like he was really interested in recruiting me. I mean, I was a sophomore throwing 166 feet maybe, and when I was at the camp, I remember I took one throw that went really far, like it just kept going. I threw maybe like 182 feet, and everybody was like, "Oh my god," you know what I mean? They just see something go far, so they're like
So,
amazed, and
so
it was really cool though.
I mean, for you, because this is still early in your career, where you kind of just like, oh, like that's just like a normal day, because
No, I
that's
mean,
what it kind of like it coming off nonchalant as far.
yeah, I mean, because I never I've in my head I'm never like oh, this is for sure gonna happen. You know what I mean? I just think that I was really excited. And that same fall I received a letter from UCLA. But I still had work to do. I was a sophomore. You know what I mean? And then yeah, I was a sophomore. I was young, so I was still trying to do other stuff.
Yeah, man, that's dope. That's definitely as far as at that age too. What I feel like once you start uh receiving interest, right?
Mhm.
Start getting those, it's kind of just like, all right, now I feel like I can actually go somewhere. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
So nah, that's definitely that's phenomenal, man. Um, when you what were your top three as far as offers, or how many offers did you have in total, and what was your top three?
I had three. My three were Kentucky, LSU, and Nebraska. There was
Oh,
honestly, a lot of schools offered me like for visits, like Ole Miss offered me a visit, UCLA offered me a visit. Um, I think some other schools, Wyoming, Wisconsin. It was a lot of schools that offered me visits, right? But the NCAA was like a little bit different back then. Like you can only take five
uh-huh.
visits. Coaches were really pushing you a lot more to make a choice. So after my Nebraska visit, I had to make a choice pretty like quick. So I chose Kentucky because one, the coach he's from San Diego, Coach Neno, which is currently at University of Oklahoma. I think he's associate head coach at also at Oklahoma and throws coach. Um, he has family in San Diego, so he came to my house and he like met my grandma, met my dad. It was really cool. And then when I went on my visit, it was a pretty good visit. Like I really liked the campus. I liked the teammates. It was really cool. So I committed. Um, and they gave me like the best scholarship.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as outside of like financials, because financials is going to be a biggest part of it, I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
what values and characteristics that you were looking for when you were doing that evaluation process, as far as deciphering between the three on where you wanted to take your talent to?
I just kind of look at the team. Like I look at the team, I see like what teammates I kind of mess with, what city kind of looks the coolest. Am I going to be able to have fun outside of track and field? Am I going to be an amazing track and field athlete by the time I get out of here? You know what I mean? Like those are kind of the options I feel like I tried to weigh. Where do I feel the most comfortable? I think that's what every athlete should be trying to do. They should be trying to go where they feel the most comfortable and where they feel like they'll get the best. Because you can go somewhere where you know um you're going to be really good. But if your mental health isn't there and like you feel miserable, then I imagine you're probably not going to be as good as you really could be.
Yeah, and that's one thing as far as I feel like it's still it's still not as big as it needs to be, but it's definitely becoming a little bit more relevant as far as mental health, because
Mhm.
it plays a big part in sports, right? You being able to handle your emotions and being able to handle outside things out of your control, but still being able to perform in the classroom, still being able to go out and perform in your sport. Uh, did you have any challenges that you faced while at Kentucky, and how did you overcome those?
You know what? Like, I wouldn't say I had challenges, but to categorize them as challenges it would be wrong because I think it's just that's just college. Like I don't think school is actually a challenge if you lock in, right? Like if you freaking lock it in, like it's not a challenge, right? Like wherever you end up going, there's resources for you, right? There's tutors, there's mentors, there's um um computers that you can go to. There's you have to do study hall, stuff like this. Like you literally have no
No excuse on why not
no
to succeed.
excuse, right? Like you shouldn't fail. Like you're
Yeah,
given all of the tools. Like somebody, you literally are given a car, right? Like they give you the car, right? They give you the gas, it's full tank, right? Now all you need to do is turn the damn car on. Okay. Like turn the car on and drive it.
yeah.
Some people are just sitting in the car.
Just sitting in the car hoping that it goes.
Hoping that it goes, right? Just sitting in the fucking car. Like, what do I do? I'm like, oh, like anyway, but yeah, like I'd say like athletically, I think the biggest challenge was like the demand on the body. I think the most challenging part was my freshman year and like making the transition from throwing the 12-pound shot put to the 16 or like going from the 1.6K discus to the 2K or learning an entire new event. You know what I mean? Like the hammer. Like I didn't I didn't throw that in high school because we can't throw that in California because of safety. We don't have the rings for it or the nets. But that was like the biggest challenge. Now, there were some other very challenging things I went through. But like once you're in it and like once you kind of make that commitment in your head, I think it doesn't become challenging anymore because it's all work. Like it's all work so I can get better. So it's hard, but it's not that hard. It's
Yeah.
not that hard if I want to be good. You know what I mean? Like
That's what
like
you signed up
that's why I
for.
signed up for it. Yeah. That's why I'm here.
Most definitely. And I mean, as you're going through your recruiting process, what did you do to stand out as far as to actually get noticed?
So track is very objective. Okay, like did you throw 120 feet or did you throw 90 feet? Right? Did you throw 21 meters or did you throw 18 meters? Right. So it's all on paper. It's objective, like it's right there. Like so you you throw far, you don't throw far.
is
Right.
that clear, huh?
You know what though? Like I'm lying. There's definitely things you can do in track and field to get yourself seen a little more physically, but most of the time you don't really need it. Actually, well, it's good now that I think about it because I do like seeing an athlete that's thrown far, like how they are, like because I'd much rather. I'm not recruiting a kid that's 5 feet tall and throws 200 feet, right? I imagine a kid that's 5 feet tall that's super freaking strong can throw 200 feet, right? But I'm not recruiting that guy because there's no upside. Like, I'm sorry, you're gonna put a heavier implement in your hand. It's gonna be the hardest thing in the world for you to do. Now, if that same kid is 6'5", I'm gonna recruit him as fast as I freaking can. Right? I've seen him in physical form. He's 6'5". He moves kind of weird, but he can make it go.
Yeah. Okay, cool,
But
cool.
no, another thing you can do is go to like USATF meets. You can go to AAU meets. Those are meets that are like all around the country. There's different meets like high school meets that are big, like pin relays that college coaches will always be at, and you'll probably see some. There's meets like USATF. I know my junior year we drove from California to Florida for a USATF meet, a Nike track and field USATF meet, and at Northern Florida. Um, and then we drove from Florida to Norfolk, Virginia for AAU Junior Olympics,
You
and there
say
were a lot of coaches there too.
you drove from California to Florida?
Mhm.
Oof. Hey man, if that ain't no dedication and a sacrifice, hey, I don't know what is. So then y'all drove from Florida up to Virginia?
Mhm. And then back to Florida, and then back to California.
How was that?
Hell,
Was it just you or a group of you guys?
group of us.
Okay. So like as far as like what 10?
Yeah, 10 in like two different cars.
Two
Yeah.
different. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But this was like AAU. This wasn't like high school. This was like summer track.
oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So it was outside of high school.
Yeah, outside of high school.
Okay. All right, cool. Nice. Yeah, man. That's a hey. How long is that drive?
Over 30.
Over 30 to get to Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Hell
Over
no.
30.
Hell no.
Yeah. And we didn't
Hey,
stop
but
much.
hey, it allowed you to get to where you wanted to go though, right?
Yeah, no.
Hey
Shit was
man,
scary though.
that's dope. That's dope. What advice would you give to high school athletes who feel overlooked or under recruited?
Go get it. You don't feel like you're getting noticed enough, go get it. I don't think there's not much else to that than that. I think
Get your ass in the car and drive
get your
30
ass in the
hours.
car. Nah, you ain't gotta drive 30 hours, but you could drive 10 minutes to your park and get some work in, or you could go to the school during the summertime to get that work in. I mean, shit, I wouldn't be as good as I was if I didn't throw all the time. Like, you
Yeah.
want to be good at math, you got to do some damn math, man. You can't just not do math. Like, you want to get good at reading, you got to read. You want to get good at rapping, you need to rap more. Like, you want to
Yeah.
get good at football, you need to play more football.
As it is, hey, sometimes it's just the simple things. You just got to master the simple things. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing is some of these athletes, they want all the results, but no word.
Mm-hmm. It's a reps game. Like, how
Yeah.
much, how much, how much of the game can you have in your head that's subconscious?
Hmm.
Like, are you going to be able to read the defense and not think about it? Because you don't know what's going to happen. Like, you kind of have an idea of what's going to happen. That guard
Yeah.
could pull and lay you on your ass, right? But if you're on it, then you're not going to get laid out. You'll be able to get to the running back,
Yeah.
right? If
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of
Nah, definitely. I mean, you hit it on the head. It's definitely as far as it's within your preparation. You can't sit there and complain about your situation, but not willing to put the work in to change it. You
yeah.
know, you got to put the work in as far as if you want to see change, you got to change yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, with that said, what mistakes do you see do athletes and families commonly make during the recruiting process that you've seen as far as not only within your own recruiting journey, but also as far as on the coaching side?
I think some high school coaches are blocking opportunities for their athletes. Like, I had a kid that I was recruiting. I won't say his name or anything, but
Yeah.
I was recruiting a kid, right? Really wanted him, right? He was a local kid, from around the area in Louisiana. I was like, hey man, are you his coach? And then he's like, no, I'm not his coach. I'm his dad. His coach is over here. And I'm like, all right, cool. So no, sorry. No, yeah, that's exactly what happened. So then I go talk to his dad. I mean, I talked to his coach, and he's like, we're kind of not really doing a lot of we're not doing any recruiting right now, right? We're trying to let him focus on throwing. And it's like, yeah, I mean, that's good. Yeah, you should be focused on throwing. But you gotta understand, like, you're at a time in your career right now where you have this year and one more year left, and like you might not go to that
Yeah.
dream school you want to go to, right? And like that's fine. Like, it's fine. I really hope he does, right? At this point now, they have talked to me at this point, and they like really they want to go come to UL, or they are interested.
And so that kid was a junior, and you're trying to talk to him as far as when you're
Yeah,
supposed to be starting to talk and
yeah,
get that ball rolling as far as
hmm
trying to get interest.
yeah. So
Do
it's
you
like
see that? My bad. Go ahead.
no, you're fine. You should be able to, like, I think you should be hopping on every opportunity. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what can happen. It's some kids just get caught in really bad situations where they're so set on going to one school they never go to that school, and then now there's no other options because they've blown
Yeah.
off every other school. Because like I'm gonna get somebody. Like, I wanted to get you, right, Zay. I wanted to recruit you, Zay, but
Yeah.
you told me that your parents didn't want to do any recruiting right now, right?
Yeah.
So I gotta go recruit this kid that goes 20 feet further than you right now. I'm sorry. You
And
know
it
what I mean?
definitely,
Like, it's
but it's not only as far as a communication basis of establishing a network, right? Because just like you said, is that like maybe you are looking for a bigger offer, but as far as if that offer don't come, then who do you have to fall back on,
Mhm.
right? You didn't establish any network. You didn't talk to anybody to where Now you're at your senior year and it's close to signing day, and you ain't got nobody that wants you because you didn't want to talk to nobody.
You don't want to talk to a single freaking person.
And
it's unreal.
Do you see that a lot?
I wouldn't say I see it a lot. You see it though. You see it though.
Yeah. And I definitely think it's as far as educating young athletes to be advocates for themselves. Right.
Yeah.
So as far as because like you said, that kid said mom and dad don't want to do no recruiting right now. Well, mom and dad not gonna go be throwing that.
It's a fact.
You know what I'm
mom
saying?
and dad ain't gonna be the people that are not paying for this tuition for the next 4 years. You know what I mean? Like that shit gets expensive, especially if you're out of state. Most schools it's like upwards of $29,000 to $30,000 a year. So imagine you're paying freaking $120,000 for your kid to go to school, let alone apartment, let alone basic necessities in life.
Yeah, and if you have the fortune enough as far as a coach to take interest in you and be able to help out financially, it takes a lot of that burden off the table, you know, right? To help your family situation. Because like you said, you 120,000, nobody just got 120,000 sitting around.
No. Unless you do. Some parents do.
Unless you do.
Some parents do got 120,000 around, bro.
Yeah. No, that's definitely in the recruiting process. I hear that a lot as far as just kids not being advocates for themselves. And it comes down to as far as information that's influencing them, right? Because putting into like almost like a football perspective as far as when they're looking at it at the recruiting side, is that they see all these top recruits, you know, that they're gifted, right? They're talented. Yeah. And they don't really have to do much. The recruiters come find them, right? Versus as far as guys that are just okay or they're a little bit behind the 8 ball, and they have to do a little bit more footwork for themselves, and they have to advocate for themselves, right? But I see it a lot as far in the sense of like they're influenced by these top recruits that have it like that. Just to say it like clear cut, they have it like that. Like they don't have to do a lot. Right? They could shoot a text, hey, can I come over here, and boom, you know what? They got another opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And some of these kids, they think that they need to come to reality in the sense as far as if a coach is taking the time to reach out to you, understand how important that is and how time sensitive that is, right? Yeah. Because you're not the only person on that coach's board.
Yeah, right? There's definitely got to be a sense of urgency.
So if you sit there, he texts you and you say, you see it and you say, oh yeah, I'm not going to text back until so-and-so. Well, if you would have texted back within like that 5-minute window, you probably would have had an offer.
Yeah, your spot gone now. Sorry.
Yeah, like how much time did you give that kid before you went to go knock on the next door?
Oh man, I probably was messaging somebody the same day. Recruiting is kind of like it's a constant thing. Recruiting is constant. So like we're always trying to find somebody else, you know, to replace somebody that's leaving.
Well, not only to replace somebody that's leaving, is replace I want somebody that's better. Yeah, it's like it's iron sharpens iron. I want to bring if you're a guy, a top-notch guy, right? I want to bring in somebody that's better than you, right? If not equivalent, but better, right? Not only as far as to compete and to elevate the program, but to elevate you as well, right? Because you're a competitor. Someone's going to come into you saying that they don't because you guys for each event you guys can only take so many numbers, right?
Yeah, to the conference meet.
So as far as when you guys bring in, how many say for your throwers, how many throwers do you guys have in a room? What's that room look like?
It's like 17 on the team, 15 on the team.
17, and you can only take how many to those conferences?
They could all go if they're all good enough to make it. They could all go. Yeah, they could all go. But usually it's like, it really depends though, because like again, I had a lot of my athletes go to conference, and then I had maybe 1 or 2 that just didn't make it because they didn't throw far enough. And our head coach is like, we're not bringing them to conference. You know what I mean? Because you want to be competitive, right? So if there's 25 people in the conference throwing shot put, and you're number 25, the odds of you going over here and scoring are very little. That's kind of like the thought process behind it. Yeah. And sometimes you just don't get taken. I mean, I experienced that when I didn't experience it, but I've seen it like both like as a coach and like as an athlete. Like I've seen my teammates, I'm like, yo, where's so-and-so? Yo, where's? And they're like, oh, they didn't come. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, like why? We're literally just going to Florida relays, and I was like, no, they're not. We're not taking so and so to Florida. Are you crazy? Like, I'm
They
like,
didn't perform.
I didn't know,
They,
man.
they didn't perform, man. Hey, no, yeah, that's cool. Like I said, you're gonna be educating me. But they so if you perform, then you're able to go ahead and proceed as far as being able to travel.
Yeah. Basically,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. And as far as you mentioned, as far as uh being advocate and going out to those different conferences and being able to put yourself on the radar. Can you break down the importance of academics in the recruiting process and being eligible, your eligibility process?
So when I was being recruited, I had a little bit of a problem with my academics. I just didn't have a high. I didn't have a high enough GPA. No, I did. I had a high enough GPA, but I didn't have like a high enough ACT. And I had like one class that was killing my GPA, so I had to retake it. Excuse me, but that part is extremely important because it can literally block you from a scholarship, right? Especially in track. Like there are some schools that don't have the ability to give a kid a full scholarship, and it's actually 100% on paper and 100% for them, right? Like 100% on paper means that it's the actual $30,000. There's no waiver, right? There's nothing taking anything off of the cost of the scholarship. Now, if you have pretty decent grades, like you got a 3.0 or you got like a 2.9, right? Like 2.75, like that's okay, right? You can live with a 2.75 and you score like a 1050 on the ACT. You score pretty, I mean, on the SAT, you score like a 20 on the ACT, 21, 22, 23, you know what I mean? Like you will most likely for most schools, you'll be able to get a waiver. At least here at ULL, we have a waiver where if you get um score 1030 on the SAT, you have a 2.75, you get your scholarship cut in half, right? So on our side, it reflects a 50%, but on your side, it reflects 100%. So like you have a full, but we can go get another kid just like you for the same thing, right? Instead of just giving you 100%, and then now it's gonna cost us like a lot more. Um,
Okay. And
but
you
like
and you said
academics,
as far as like it would cost you guys a lot more for a kid that doesn't have good academics.
yeah, be a great
Okay.
athlete, right? But it'll cost the school a lot more. But here's the thing, like I've been in a situation where I can't get a kid because his grades aren't good enough. Like he just needs to retake a test. And
Mm-hmm.
like he wants to come, or he or she, you know what I mean? They want to come, but they can't because we don't have the money to. Like if we did, we would. You know, there's already scholarships we've given out. Like there's so many. We don't have an unlimited amount of scholarships, right?
Yeah.
Freaking money don't just grow on trees. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
just got money.
Yeah.
So like that has to come from somewhere. And if you're able to get a waiver, then it's like, oh, we can get this kid. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be great. Now you got to make sure that you're staying on your shit so you don't lose the waiver, right? Like you can't
Yeah.
just get the waiver, go into college and be like, oh, I'm gonna fuck off and like do whatever I want. No, you have to still go to class. You still have to do your tests. You still need to make sure you're going to tutor sessions. You know, you still got to do your due diligence as a a student athlete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not an
Keyword.
athletic student, a
Yeah.
student
Keyword
athlete.
is student.
Yeah, do your freaking due diligence and get some damn books. Open a damn
Yeah.
book and read it.
And I mean, as far as when you're going through that process, right? What almost like P's and Q's you got to go through as far as evaluating a kid where you because you said it costs the school a lot more money, right? So as far as when you're evaluating a kid, what are you looking for as far as okay, I believe that I can trust this kid to come into my program and perform if I'm going to help him out as far as the financially, right? So as far as what characteristics, as far as that would let off a red flag, like, oh nah, we just can't take this kid.
Mm. I think one I want to correct you. I wouldn't say it's like help this kid out financially. I think it's an opportunity on both ends. I think that like every athlete has a wonderful opportunity to go to college and get an education. One, right? Two, I have an opportunity to coach this kid, right? I have an opportunity for them to get better, right? It's not just like we're giving out scholarships. You better come here and like and do what I say. Like, no, it's like it's. I wouldn't say push and pull. It's a give. It's giving on both ends, right?
Yeah, it's a mutual benefiting
It's
opportunity.
yeah, it's a mutual benefit opportunity. But I think one of the things that really I'm a conversational person. So if I'm talking to someone and they're like really motivated, they're like ready to go, like I'm all in, man, because I just like throwing. I like sports. You know what I mean? Like I
Hmm.
like the sport of track and field. So like if I'm talking to an athlete and they are very inspired to throw far, they're like they know their history. They don't even have to know the history, but like they watch videos, they think about this thing a lot. Like I think about throwing every day, and I'm not a thrower. Like I don't throw a shot put at all. I don't throw a shot put at all. I'm always spinning around and doing technique stuff, even like the jab stuff. Like I'm always doing different types of technical things, like by myself. But you know what I mean? Just having trying to be a student of the sport. Like if I can tell that you're motivated, then it makes it a lot easier for me to want to get you because I don't want to coach somebody. As I've learned, I don't think I need to. I'm okay with motivating you, right? Like as every coach should. Every coach should be like, let's go, come on. You know what I mean? Giving you, yelling at you, have to cuss at you every here and there. But like I shouldn't have to motivate you every day. It shouldn't
Yeah.
be like you need to be motivated. Like in order for us as a group to be lights out and like really show up to a track, and everybody's like, God damn, man, ULL is here, man. Like I was trying to get a dub today, but now I can't because the whole damn ULL team is here. They literally have two shot putters, both throwing 19. Like, what are we gonna, shit like that?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah. You
that's
want
what I want.
Yeah, you want somebody that respects the game mutually, right? As far as in terms of how your approach to it was, and I don't know, it's like a little aggravating as far as when you talk to somebody that doesn't have the same passion level, right?
Mhm.
So like when you're sitting there, it's like almost like you're passionate about what you're coaching, and they kind of like, yeah, it's all right, and it's kind of like,
Mhm.
man, get out of here.
But at the same time, like some people are just like that. Like I literally have. I'm trying to think of an athlete. I have an athlete that's not very. He's not very. He's like a big ass
Ah.
teddy bear, bro. Like he's like the biggest teddy bear you've ever met in your life. Super strong kid. Like I'm talking about the kid. The kid can power clean 365 in socks.
And so
Just socks, right? Like the kid squatted. I think he benched like 430, 445, squatted six something, like in socks, right? But the kid, like when you go out, like sometimes he's like, "Oh, all right, yeah, I got you, coach." Like sometimes you like really can't tell, you can't like read it, and then you can tell he's
yeah,
like excited, right? But you like really can't read it. But then when you see him throw and like compete, you're like, "Oh yeah, like he's ready to go." Some people are
he's
just a little
good.
more nonchalant, but I can tell he's motivated because like every throw, he's coming over, he's talking to me. You know what I mean? There's like a coach athlete relationship there. Um,
Yeah, yeah. Damn, those some big numbers though. Not
yeah, he's all right. He kind of strong.
he kind of strong. Yeah, we about to get into it right now though. As far as what did your training regimen look like in high school compared to college? Yeah,
Oh
we gonna find out
man.
those numbers because you was putting some numbers up there.
I
I
was putting
remember
numbers
that.
up. um, in high school, so Coach Benson, she was the volleyball coach, she was the throws coach, and she was also PE coach. I don't know if she had like a crazy amount of knowledge when it came to like the throws and whatnot, but she really did her job. Like she would go to clinics and then we would do some more lifts and then I would start getting really strong. So to be honest with you, I didn't know about it back then, but I think we're doing exactly the stuff we needed to become a really good shot putter, like doing your bench, doing your power clean, making sure you're doing your snatches, like doing weird things like pulls at like the heaviest weight ever, right? Like I'm over here pulling 405 to my freaking belly button, like trying to pull it like as hard as I can, and it's not moving at all. But then eventually I can just throw 315 up over my head as much like as fast as I can, in high school. Like
Yeah.
so a lot different. And then when I got to college, it was like, oh, this is real pain. Like I didn't know what real pain was. I didn't know what it felt like to really finish a workout and like you're done. You know what I mean? But then I started to develop like this, I don't know, some crazy in my body, man. I just started
Oh,
being
let's go back as far as when you first got there. How was that transition as far as your first day? Because I mean, when you get your first transition into a 4 year,
mm-hmm,
that first weight room workout or that first conditioning workout, right?
mm-hmm.
Talking football, right? Everybody's like, damn, like questioning whether or not they want to continue.
Right, yeah.
So how was that first day for you as far as going into the weight room and that workout for you?
So for me, it was a little bit different because I had got sick. I got sick before I got in. Like I got sick and I literally lost 20 pounds, like the need for like a week or something. So when I got there, we started off. It was just like it wasn't like football. In football, like I know what them boys is going through. Like I know what them boys is going through them summer camps. It was like Yeah, we getting beat the fuck up. Like you would see it because a lot of them had summer classes. So like I would see them in class, and they did not look very happy.
They
Right?
didn't look
Did not
good.
look very happy. Now for me, it was a little bit different because we were learning how to do power cleans and like do things properly because it's a movement based sport where we really have to do things right, not just to be powerful. Well, you need to do things right to be powerful as well. So the
Mhm.
first week was just learning, right? And then the second week, I was like, okay, like we finna start lifting for real. Yo, we went on a 10 by 10, right? So 10 sets by 10 reps, um,
Uh-huh.
30 seconds of rest each set. Yo, I don't know,
What
like,
what was the exercise?
so like it varies from bench to squat to front squat to incline bench, and then you would pair it with something else, another 10 by 10. Like I honestly actually like I'd say 4 weeks ago, I did another 10 by 10, like just to feel pain again. Because 225, like in the grand scheme of things, is not heavy, right? Like 225 is anybody in the world
Hey,
can pick that up.
it's funny how you say 225 is not
It's not.
but
It's
you
really
talking from an athletic basis. So if you talking to like as far as just your average person, 225 is like 315 compared.
but we're not average people though. We're not average people though. Like
Hey, go ahead.
most people can't just bench 315, right? Like
Mhm.
I don't think benching 315 is that difficult. Like I can bench like I even when I wasn't working out, I know that I can pick up 315 and at least probably bench it once. Like I can probably bench it like about 5, 6, 7 times. Well, I could probably bench it 10 times if I really like went after it. Right.
Yeah.
But let's just go back. Like in the grand scheme of things, like squatting 225 is not hard, right? But then squatting it
Mhm.
100 times is a lot more different, right? When you start to add like, oh, I'm now going to squat 10 times and then rack the weight, count to 30, and then do it again. Rack the weight, count to 30, and then do it again. And then you start feeling like the lactic acid building in your legs. You start feeling the blood running to your legs. You start feeling the doubts coming to your head. And you're like, yo, like, are you serious right now? You get to
Uh-huh.
set 5 and like your legs are burning every single freaking rep. Set 6, it's burning, it's still going. You know what I mean? And it starts to get a little better. That's just kind of how hypertrophy works. As you start to build the muscle, it gets used to it. So then now it's kind of bouncy and stretchy. You get a little bit of a little reactive out of it. But yeah, that's basically that was like the transition, and that shit was hard. But it made me really strong though. Like I needed to gain weight. Um, so yeah, that was good. That was good.
And that first workout that you went in, you had to do a 10 by 10 with
Hell yeah.
225.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
We did 10 by 10 for 4 weeks. No, yeah, we did 10 by 10 for 4 weeks. And I think I ended my bench at like 255. Like 255, like you're supposed to do 50% of your max online. That's really high. I was doing like I think I ended at like 245 for like the best that I was able to complete all 100 reps.
Mhm.
And then the squat probably like 315 was my best. Because
For 10 by
that's
10.
really hard, man. Like
Well, like your first time doing it, like what set did you make it to where you're like, damn, dog.
set 5.
Set five that fatigue starts to set in.
Yo, halfway, I'm like looking at my coach like, the fuck?
Hey,
Yeah,
no, you ain't lying, man. It's fucking 10 by 10, 100 reps.
yeah.
Oof, that's dope. I mean, what role did as far as your off-season training and competition play in your development, right? As far as outside of just getting really strong.
That's like all it is, though. That's that's all it is. Like
Well,
getting really strong.
like as far as like battling that fatigue, right?
uh,
So battling that fatigue and finding where your limits are, right? Finding your failure point.
you're right. Yeah, you're right. If that's the case, then yeah, I'd say it kind of. I'm not gonna lie. I think 10 by 10s are more of like that's like an off season thing. You're never doing that in season. Like you should never be doing that in season. I think that's more of like a mental builder. That's more of like are you tough enough to do this? Like it has nothing to
Mm-hmm.
do with track, really. Like, yeah, you're gonna get strong, you're gonna gain some weight, you're gonna get a little hypertrophy, but like, are you tough enough to not quit? Which is
Mm-hmm.
crazy because I even have more stories, dude. Man, we used to get, oh my gosh. I got running through a couple stories, bro.
Okay, go ahead.
That I didn't lie about my most challenging thing, but I think this was really challenging. And the only reason I didn't say it is because it has nothing to do with track and field. It has everything to do with a head coach at the time trying to get people to leave, right? Like,
Hey, that's the worst.
yo, like we are literally dying. Let me run you through some of the things we did. Whole team is outside, right? Have you seen a high jump mat?
High jump, man. Uh,
It's just like it's a pad.
big,
It's a
yeah, the big,
large pad. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
pretty heavy. So everybody on the team, we split up into teams. There's like 6 pole vault mats, right? I mean six high jump mats. We're holding them over our head for like a minute, right? And then we walk. We're on the track. We walk 50 meters, mind you, 400 meters is the track. Okay, we walk 50 meters with this over our head as a team, 4 or 5 people. We throw it down, do an exercise for a minute, pick the bag back up, do it. We did that for like 800 or like 2 or 3 laps. It was unreal. It was the hardest thing ever. I'm trying to think of another thing we did because we had some days, man. Oh, there was one day. Hey, you've been to a college, like a big college stadium.
Yeah,
Some things are big, right?
yeah.
The whole team split up into teams. We had like 7 or 8 people in one like group, right? And we had to have a 75-pound bag on our back and step on every step at the stadium. Like literally touch every step.
Uh-huh.
Right. We're not like this has nothing to do with track, right? And you should be fine walking. It's the Stairmaster. You're just walking on a Stairmaster. You'll be all right.
Hey, no,
Drink
don't
some damn
say
water.
don't say the stairmaster like that, man. Some people, hey,
Nah, yeah, I know
hey,
y'all
that
football
stair
players got some.
that stairmaster be the thing, man.
Yeah,
But nah, definitely as far as you carrying 75 pounds on your back, trying
on
to
your
go up.
back. And then
Ooh.
if you fall,
And that's Kentucky Stadium?
yeah, Bluegrass Stadium at the time. It's not Kroger Stadium. But man, this was hard. Luckily, I had a literal horse, like I had a workhorse in my group, so he held it like 80% of the time. But
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like it was like very challenging.
Oh, so you guys, each group had to carry it.
One bag.
One person had to carry that
Yeah, one
at a
person had
time.
to carry it, and then if you
Oh,
dropped it, you had to go back down and start over.
oh hell no.
Yeah, so like it was crazy. It was
Hey, but
crazy.
that's where you really, well, I tell these athletes, my only athletes that I coach, you got to audit your circle, man. If you really want to find somebody that's really to go to war for you, right? Find something tough to go through with each other, and you'll find out whether or not they really willing to work for you. Yeah, no, that's definitely because you have some kids where they just like at the first the feel of uncomfort or discomfort, it's like, okay, let me take the gas off.
They shut
Right.
down.
But then like in that situation, it's like, nah, this bag never touches. This bag's never gonna
Mm.
touch the ground. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying?
It
So
can't.
like, yeah,
It can't.
we not going back down, bro.
We're not going.
It's
Like,
easier to just continue going than
yeah,
going back that
exactly.
way.
That's a fact. Like, there's some things that you have to put in your head, like, this can't happen. Like, yo, I can't miss this rep. Like,
Yeah.
I have no choice.
Yeah, you got to find a reason on why to continue, right? I could give you one big ass reason why not to, because we ain't not going back down to the bottom of the steps.
Yeah, no, hell no. You know what though? Like, one thing I kind of noticed, and the one thing I think to be a successful athlete and to kind of like feel like you have that mental barrier that just seems like it can never be broken. No, sorry, you have that mental barrier that's just been shattered, right? Like there's nothing blocking you anymore. You kind of have to be a little crazy. Like you got to be okay with being just a little wired differently. And I don't think that most elite athletes like see that, but for me, like now as a coach, like I see that. Like I see some of my athletes and I'm like I like talk to them a lot and I'm like, you're a little crazy. Right.
Yeah.
Like there's some things you do, like there's some things when you're throwing, like I can see like some things that I did that I didn't even know that I was doing. And like my coaches would tell me, like, yeah, Chuck, like you're a little bit like sometimes like you have some screws loose, you know what I mean? Like you would
Yeah.
do some things and I'd be like, how is he like doing that? You know what I mean? Just like
But I think it comes natural in being a competitor. You
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
definitely.
So like as
Definitely.
far as not only within like you actually competing, but it's your approach and how you train,
Mhm.
right? So as far as when you're in a training setting and you really want to, you're set out as far as where you want to go. And that's why it's such a big thing as far as having goals on where you want to be, because in order for you to attain that goal, your preparation has to be phenomenal. You have to operate phenomenal, right? So as far as when you go into your preparation is that you got to do a lot of hard shit to accomplish hard goals, right? So consistently putting yourself in the red zone. I call it a red zone. So like operating in your red zone as far as that point of fatigue, the point of where you feel like your body's gonna give out, right? And some people or some athletes, right, that you'll coach is that it's so easy for them to just quit. You know what I'm saying? And not really find out where their limits at, right?
Mhm.
And I put it in perspective. It's like you talk about you want to go play at the Bamas, you want to play at the UCLA's, you want to do this, you want to do that.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. I can tell you right now, you're not that gifted,
Mhm.
right? The only other option is you're gonna have really good grades or you're gonna work on skills to be able to
Yeah.
level out as far as to compete with those talented people, right?
You're gonna be an academic booster for the team.
Yeah. So as far as if you're not willing to put in the work, as far as for you to develop skills so that you can compete at the same level that these naturally gifted athletes are, you're just not gonna have a chance, right?
Mhm.
And the only way to be able to get there is operating in that red zone as far as finding that failure point and consistently working there to expand that limit.
Mhm. That's a fact. That's a fact for sure.
And I do want to spend some time as far as your mental preparation for major meets. What was that like for you as far as going and competing and placing gold in the SEC championship?
So that SEC's, I was kind of like, I kind of just told myself I'm gonna win. It sounds crazy, like it. Excuse me. That SEC's, I kind of just went in and I told myself that I'm gonna win. Um, it sounds like very simple, but that's like literally what I did. I told myself I'm gonna win. I was like, I. You gotta be a little delusional as an athlete. You know what I mean? Like things that don't seem real could like happen if you put that energy out in the air. At least that's when I'm a believer in putting energy out in the air. Like if I want something, then I'm just gonna say it aloud. Um, yeah, I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, right? It's just
that was
yeah.
my preparation. I'm
and
gonna
as
win.
and I mean, is that just like your thought process week after week?
Mhm.
Every training session is just the same thing, same
I
thought
mean,
on your.
there's more physical preparation than mental preparation. Like because of the anatomy of the sport, we kind of have to work in undulations. We kind of sit down for a little bit and then we peak, right? And then we chill and then we peak. You know what I mean? Um, so we generally will throw really heavy in the fall. We'll start kind of going down during the spring, and then once like that meet comes up, the summertime's kind of coming up, that June area, like the late May, like the late May area. We'll start throwing lighter implements, trying to like kind of get a lot more fast because the strength is already there. We'll start doing a lot more. We'll do way less volume in the weight room. Like I remember, I would be for probably 4 weeks before. I was probably squatting over 550 pounds every day for, not every day, but every week.
I was about to say every day.
I
Like, no
mean,
wonder
that
you was
wouldn't have been
placing
hard.
gold, man.
Yeah, but like, yeah, we had to yeah, there were a lot of different like different things we did to prepare ourselves, right? So we went from volume to intensity, and you just kind of need that for explosion. So it's like we just want to be able to move as many meters per second. We want to
Uh-huh.
be able to move this weight as many meters per second, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was more of like a physical preparation than anything. But like mentally, like I'm gonna win. Every meet that I go to, I'm like, I'm gonna win.
Dope, man. Dope. Yeah, that's phenomenal. And we didn't even really touch on it, but like what were your numbers in high school compared to where you finished your career at as in the weight room? Talking
So in
let's
high
go
school,
squat, bench, and clean.
squat, I squatted like 545, like nothing too crazy. I benched 405,
Hey,
clean 315. Yeah.
yeah. It's
In
so
cup.
it's so humbly like high school athletes is just doing that, right? Well, top 50, right? Top 50.
Yeah.
But like that's just something that happens, right?
Mhm.
But like what'd you end up finishing your career at?
So my squat number is probably not correct. I definitely squatted 610 my sophomore year, but then when we had a coaching change, my whole coaching staff left and we got an entirely new coaching staff. My second coach, he wasn't a big advocate of maxing on the squat. So we did stuff like Hatfield squats, right? You know what a Hatfield squat is?
No, I do not.
So it's like you got the safety bar on your back, and you're not touching it. You're just like laying your hands on a bar in front of you. So like you're like
Okay.
squatting. It's literally a squat. You can kind of do a
Yeah.
little more because you
Yeah,
don't
with the
have
safety
to.
bar with
Yeah,
the rack assistance.
yeah. Like a lot of people were like really. I was just like
Yeah,
touching, you know what I mean? Because I want to feel like I'm like actually squatting the weight.
squatting.
I mean, the most I've got on that, you'd have to see the video. It's actually insane. 805 for two.
What?
Yeah,
Gosh, damn.
yeah. Like
You said
I used to
805?
box.
Well, that bar you can load up a lot more weight,
You can load up
but
a
like,
lot more weight.
but
Yeah,
damn,
yeah,
805.
and not like really like literally doing a bicep. I mean, a tricep extension on it is like it's a little
Uh-huh.
bit. But anyway, yeah, and I benched 485. Yeah, I benched 485 and I almost got five, but benched 485. And we didn't do a lot of power clean maxes. I imagine I probably could have power cleaned 405, but I hang cleaned 385.
Damn, that's
Mm-hmm.
impressive.
It's
805.
decent. There's definitely like
He's a
way
decent.
stronger people. There's like way stronger people though, man. Like you got to see it. There's some kids that can squat 700 pounds for 10. Like if you see some videos from like Squattober and like
Uh-huh.
some of these throwers, man, it's incredible to me.
Hey man, those numbers is incredible. That's dope. 805, and you said 485 on bench, and then 360, 385 on clean,
385 on
365.
hang clean, yeah.
Hey man, that's big.
485 bench. I wish I'd have got the five. That'd have been cool to put down in my. I still got the records at Kentucky too, actually.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
dope. And you, where
yeah.
you at on the record board?
It's my name.
No, like as far as like, do they place you, or
Nah, there's no ranking. Like
you
if
just
they
if you're
so
in
they
the
have
you're in
like
the 800 club?
no, they don't have that. They just got like bench, like back squat, um, bench, hang clean, I mean power clean, snatch. They got pull ups. They got like a 1 mile, 5 mile bike, and then some other stuff. But like my name is there for the bench and the squat.
That's dope. That's dope. As far as how did being a student athlete help you outside of sports, academically, professionally, and socially?
You know what? Like I wouldn't say it helped me academically. It actually made it a little worse. Like it actually made it. I don't think it really helped me a lot academic. Like help. I actually like helped me. Didn't really help me. But I will say like if you can deal with like the pain from your sport at a high level, like, and if you're in college, you're at a high level, you're at one of the highest levels, right? There's so many kids that wish they can go to college that never will, right?
Mhm.
There's so I'll never be an Olympian. Well, I might, right? But I'll never be an NFL football player, right? Like I'll for sure never be an NFL football player.
Mhm.
There's some people that are just never going to attain that. Some people, and there's kids that have competed at the highest level in college that didn't do shit in the NFL, right? So,
Mhm.
but if you can deal with that pain, anyway, you can deal with that pain. I think you can do anything in life. Like I don't think that anything
Mhm.
is that tough if you can deal with like with that. One thing that track did help me though is like being a collegiate athlete is a schedule, like being very um routine. Like life is very routine in college. Like you know what you're gonna do. You got your 5 a.m. lift. You know you're gonna go from your 5 a.m. lift to your class. No, you're gonna you need to go shower, so you're gonna get your ass in the shower and then go to your class. And then you're gonna go to your class all day. You're gonna go get lunch, and then you might have a
Yeah.
tutor at once. So you're gonna go to your tutor, and then you're gonna go from your tutor back to class, and then you're gonna go back to practice, and then you're gonna go
Yeah.
home. Right? It's a
So
routine.
definitely having the sense of time management, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think most athletes are under estimate as far as their first year of college, right?
It's
Like
undervalued for sure. They don't get it.
they
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 just don't
don't.
freaking get it.
Well, now that they don't get it, it's just like it's a big wake up call, right?
Yeah.
They step
Yeah.
on camp, they step on campus, and they're like, "Oh, I gotta be up at 4:30.
Oh,
I gotta be at the weight room at what time?"
yeah, I have to be at the weight room at 5 o'clock. And if I'm not there at 4:30, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. And so actually, 5 means 4:30.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, oh,
And
I didn't
it,
know that.
yeah, and for especially as far as like a football one, right? You don't want to be that guy. You don't
Mm-mm.
want to be that guy that shows up, right? As far as like they said, we starting at 5. Guess what? We starting at 5. And if you're not ready to
Mhm.
go,
Right.
with someone's paying, right? So whether it was the whole team or it was your positional,
Hmm.
guess what? Your ass is not gonna be a very liked individual after
No.
practice.
Here's one thing that a lot of college athletes don't get. Bruh, if we are starting at 5 o'clock, that means that you need to be here at like 4 o'clock so you can warm up, so you can do your talking, do everything you need to do. Your coach shouldn't have to freaking tell you that you need to come early to warm up. Nobody
Hmm.
shows up at 5 o'clock when they need to be ready to go at 5 o'clock. Like you need to be there early. That's just
That that's the reason why they say you need to be ready to go at 5.
you need to be ready to go at 5. Like what I didn't say get here at 5. That
Yeah.
shit, bro. You have no idea how much out of that pisses me off. I will literally kick people out of practice. I'll be like, all right, yo, hey, shopper group, I need y'all to be ready at 12. And they're like, all right. And then I see people rolling in at 12. I'm like, go home.
Yeah.
Go home. And they're like, Coach, why? I'm like, go home. I said you need to be ready at 12, and you're the only fucking person that's not ready to go. Go home. I don't
Hmm.
want to fucking see your face. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, but it's funny because like some coaches can't put it cutthroat as far as like when I do interviews is, and I be trying to tell these athletes, I was like, you guys don't have no idea how cutthroat it is, understanding as far as the accountability factor when you guys
Mm,
get to that level of competing at a high level and being around other high level competitors, right?
mm,
So when you experience coaching at a high level, is there's no giving back, right? If they're operating at a 10, you're not giving back a 5 or a 6.
mm,
No, your ass better be at 11 or more, you know what
mm.
I'm
Every
saying?
single time, man.
And
It's
it's the expectation and the standard that is set, right?
mm,
It's the
yeah.
goals. So as far as when you're looking in the recruiting side, right? Going through the recruiting process, when you're looking at a JUCO cat versus a high school athlete, why are you looking or leaning more towards a JUCO cat in terms of in comparison to a high school athlete?
They've been there. Again, yeah, they've been there. They've been there. They've done that. I think high school kids, they don't have as many training years. Like I think I trust obviously if a kid is absolutely incredible, um, like throwing 220 feet in high school, like I'll recruit that kid, right? Over a JUCO because I think the upside's a little higher.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you get them for 4 years, right? Now, JUCO kid, they've already been there, so they can come in and make an immediate. Uh, they can make there's an effect immediately, right? Like they
Mm-hmm.
can make an impact immediately.
Okay.
Um,
Versus like a kid that you have to bring in and kind of coach up a little bit and prep him.
develop a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And now when you talk about as far as that new ruling in the NCAA, the 5v5, right? How are you guys navigating that currently at the collegiate level?
We're just keeping our eyes on sophomores, keeping our eyes on sophomores for 2027.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I mean, staying on like the landscape of collegiate athletics, how are you how has it affected track and field, right? When you talk about the transfer portal, you talk about NILs, right? The ever changing of landscape of collegiate athletics. How has track and field been affected, and how are you guys navigating it?
It's tough. Um, Athletes into the portal. You got a really good athlete. Like we had a couple really good athletes that scored a lot of points for us, that were here for 2 years. And I feel like no matter what, there's always gonna be people talking like, yo, you could literally go get some NIL money out here. You know what I mean? So it's like it's really easy for a school like where I'm at. We're at times I feel like we're the damn JUCO of D1 sometimes, you know what I mean? Because we get really good talent. They come here, they get really, really good, and then they're like, all right, well, I'm gonna get some money. And I think like that's just a personal thing. I think NIL really kind of ruined the like the amateurism, the camaraderie of it. It's just like the loyalty because it's just like I'm gonna go get some money.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can literally go sign here and get $40,000 a year on top of my scholarship, right? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
already getting checks. Like I don't have rent, I don't have anything. You know how much $40,000 is to someone that doesn't have rent or bills? It's a lot of
Hmm.
money. Like imagine
Yeah.
you had $40,000 you have to pay rent a
Most
year.
definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
40, 45. That like, thank you. I don't have to
Yeah.
work and I'm just getting money. Like, all right, cool. How many checks is that? What's that?
40,000 over the 4 years.
40
160,000.
divided by 12. Yeah, you're getting 3,300. I mean, you're getting $3,333,000. 33. Sorry, you're getting $3,300 checks every month to do nothing.
On top of the stipends, or
On
they're not
top of
doing
the
stipend?
stipend. On to no, like on top of your housing check.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
your housing check's
what was
already over $1,000. It's already over, you know.
yeah, what was the Kentucky stipends looking like?
Um, my stipend was a little bit different. I didn't have like 100% full scholarship. Like I had like an 80 and 85, but it was like a full because of my Pell Grant. So I
Uh,
think I got enough to pay for rent every month. I got $500 every month
oh, okay.
from just from uh from my housing checks. Because what they
Okay.
do is they'll take money off your housing check to pay for the rest of your tuition.
Mm,
So I was getting like 500. My rent was like 450. But I also
okay.
made music, so like I was making money from music. You get Pell Grant, you get like random cost of attendance checks, two or three times a semester. So like it's not like I'm out here like broke and like literally don't have a dollar to my name, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
it's not as big as somebody that has a full scholarship where they're getting the full 1,500. They're getting full COA checks, like the whole $2,000. They're getting, you know.
Yeah. I mean, did you talk to any of the, like the football boys at Kentucky
Yeah,
over there?
them
What
football
were the
kids got a lot of
stipend?
money.
What were the stipend checks looking like for them? Did you ever ask?
I don't know how much they were getting, but I look at the stuff they had. Like I look at the cars that they were getting. That's
Eh,
what I saw. You know what I mean? And basketball, I somebody told me this is probably not true, but well, actually, I kind of believe it. Basketball apparently was getting $5,000 every month.
what?
Yeah, I mean it's UK
Yeah.
it was UK basketball though, but it might
Yeah.
not be true. I'm not sure. I don't really know, but I heard that from a few people. Like they were getting upwards of $5,000 a month, and they lived on campus too, which is
Hmm.
crazy. They just I think they just had the budget for it. You know what I mean? I don't think it's illegal or anything. I just think they, excuse me, they had the budget to do that for them, which is cool.
Yeah. No, definitely them stipend checks is crazy. That's why, like,
Mm-hmm.
even like, I mean, because at bigger schools, right, you get more money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those stipends look a little different. At UH, what was the stipends? I think stipends was like right around like 1,200 a month.
1,200 at UH,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was
University
like
of
12,
Houston, oh Hawaii.
not Hawaii.
Mm.
Uh, so yeah, our stipends was like 1,200, I believe. I
That's
think.
pretty good. And how much is your rent?
Uh, I room, so it was like I think 500, 600.
Mm. That's pretty good then.
So like, but like if you don't pay rent, so like I had some like local boys that stay on island. They don't have to stay on campus. They just stay at home. They just make the commute, right? They just pocket the whole 1,200. I believe it was like I think it ranged like I think it increased like it was like 12 to 15 or something like that. But like they just pocket the whole thing, right? And you
That's
get
a lot of
that.
money.
Yeah, it's definitely. And then I had a boy that was at UCLA, then transferred in. Where he said his stipends was crazy. Like
Mhm.
his like as far as like at
Yeah.
UCLA was
And
like,
you in California, so like they're gonna give you more because the cost of living is much higher.
mm-hmm. But
So
then like same situation. If you're a local resident, you ain't got to stay on campus. You just
yeah,
pocket the whole thing.
yeah, it's
So I
true.
definitely imagine as far as like now, things is crazy.
Yeah.
Money
Get a
just
kid,
coming
I
out
want to go
anywhere.
here. But yeah,
Yeah.
you got high school kids signing for millions of dollars
Hmm.
to go to a college.
Yeah. And I mean, it's just it's kind of like where you see it now to where like kids are now because going pro is not a for sure thing, right? So like you see like these kids, they milking it, right? They
Hmm.
milking every dollar out of it,
Hell yeah.
because they can get paid right out the gate. um
There's no responsibilities too. Like
uh-huh.
you're literally not working. I don't care what anyone says. You're not working. You're doing a sport that you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, and you're trying and you're trying your hardest to like not trying, but like realistic. I mean, even me, like I wanted to be in college for a long time because I had no responsibilities. Like I literally had none.
Yeah.
I would wake up in the morning. I would do whatever I wanted. Like if I didn't want to do something, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't have this. All I do is pay for my rent, and I don't work for my rent. I get a check. I get a check every month,
Yeah.
and I pay my
From
rent, and that's it.
from competing,
Yeah.
competing and doing something that I enjoy.
Right. Like you're not working.
Yeah, but as it should be, right? If you love something, I don't feel like work, right? You just doing it. You're just doing
Mm-hmm.
it because that's what you were supposed to do. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, as far as now, right? Um, how can athletes use college sports as a platform to build their personal brand and career network?
I didn't get the opportunity to do that, so I don't have that much knowledge. There was no NIL when I was in college. Like I had to make a new account because I made music.
Uh-huh.
They
Well,
like
not
there
only
was
that,
no.
so like even speaking outside NILs, right? Because I didn't experience NILs,
Mm-hmm.
but something that I feel is more valuable is my network,
Mm-hmm.
right? The connections in which I have with individuals in different industries or people that went on to do great things within their sport,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or still working, like such as yourself, right? Still working in athletics. Uh, yeah, in that aspect, as far as just establishing a network and leveraging your network, do you feel like as far as going to the University of Kentucky, do you feel like you've met a lot of individuals that you have expanded your network that can ultimately help you elevate in not only in your career but in life?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally have maybe like 10 Olympian friends.
See,
Yeah,
but like, who can
like
say that though? Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, no, like I got an Olympian friend, right?
Hmm.
Just one at that, right? And they all went to
Yeah. They all went to
University of
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
that's
went to
dope.
Kentucky.
I
Yeah.
mean, how's that experience as far as watching them go and do great things and compete
Hmm.
and
I mean,
place?
we all had the same mindset. We all had the same mindset, really. It's a mindset of like I have to win. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
And
I
being
mean,
able
I'll
to
be
put themselves in
honest.
success.
The sport itself is something that's going to give you leverage if you are personable and you know people. I was a pretty personable person. Why I am a pretty personable person. My first coach helped me get my first job. Like it's just because he knew someone. You know what I mean? Like if you know
Hmm.
people, some people don't think you're an asshole. Like that's really all it is. Are you easy to work with? Like,
Hmm.
um, do people hate you? Like it's like a very it's really easy. Like you can
Yeah.
get a job if you just position yourself in the right places and continue to do your job. You know what I mean? No
Hmm.
one's looking for
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, like I need the best throws coach ever, right? I just need somebody that can get my kids to throw far. I need somebody that can add points to conference. Yeah.
Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah, that's dope. I mean, what in terms of like coaching, what would you say? What qualities separate a good athlete from a great one?
Their motivation, their ability to be coachable, right? To truly be coachable.
Hmm.
Um, and persistence. I think those
Okay.
three things make the best athlete coach experience. And I think those three things also guarantee you success. Because if you're motivated, you don't need motivating. If you're persistent, you're not gonna quit.
Yeah.
Right. It's a reps game, right? Well, let's do things correctly. And if what was the other one? If you're really coachable, it allows me to give you information and for you to work on it. Right. It makes it
Yeah.
like a lot easier. Like I've coached athletes that just weren't coachable and we didn't go
Yeah.
anywhere. Right. And that like it is what it is. But I think that's what really separates good from great.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely. I think the biggest one is coachability, right? How
Yeah.
coachable are you? How
Yeah.
how how good are you with taking information and putting
Mhm.
it to action, right? And
Yeah.
that's such a key factor, especially competing at a high level when you get to college, right? Because everybody's good, everybody's elite, right? Okay, so what tweaks can you do that you're not normally doing, right? Because everybody has
Hmm.
a pattern, everybody has a way of doing things. But when
Hmm.
somebody comes in and says, okay, you can't do it like that. I need you to go ahead and do it like this. Right. How are you willing to, how easy is it for you to be able to make that tweak within your system, right?
Yeah. and it is tough for some people. It's definitely tough for some people. Like I had an athlete that she was probably supposed to throw really far. And I obviously as a coach I can't take a lot of it on my head, but I feel like also there's so much I can do, right? I can't throw the implement for you, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can't throw the implement for you, right? So because of that, like there's work that you have to also do, right? When you're a track coach, honestly, it's probably the same around everywhere. Like everything is pretty similar in the ways we're supposed to do things, but coaches are going to say it different. They want you to do it differently. The things I'm saying to the athlete that I thought, well, she's done now. She graduated this year. But like I have an athlete that is coming back from an injury. And I'm like saying the same things, kind of switching up just a little bit. And she's having a phenomenal comeback right now. She's coming back from an elbow injury from her recent coach that was here. And she's making phenomenal changes, you know what I mean? And it looks really good. She feels it. She's like, Coach, that feels good. Like that feels really good. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah.
It looks good.
Right. But yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
But the fallback was like the other athlete, like not that she wasn't coachable. I think that there's no trust.
Yeah.
There was trust in what I was saying, right?
Yeah.
But there was no trust in herself to do it. Right. Like she's like, I literally can't. Like I can't. I'm like, all right. Like eventually you're gonna have to believe that you can, right? Because I've seen you do it. Like if I've seen you do it once, you can do it again. That's you know, you don't just forget things. It's like
and that phrase, man, it's an irritating phrase, right? The words, that phrase, I can't, right? It's powerful, right? It's negative, right? You really tell yourself you can't. You shut off any opportunity or any thought that it's possible.
Yeah, that shit becomes real.
And you really say that you can't. Okay, well then that's gonna be fact, right? So the more you rep it out, right? The rep schemes, right? Reps game, and continuously as far as work at it and telling yourself that you can, right? Even when you're not, eventually you're gonna get there.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm saying like seriously, like nobody that practices something every single day is not gonna get where they want to be. Right. If you like are truly practicing it and like you put some time and effort to it, like there's no way you're not going to get better. There are limitations, like physical limitations, right? Obviously, but be the outlier.
Yeah.
Be the freaking anomaly.
Yeah. That's why I love underdogs, man. I love the person that nobody is expecting shit from, right? They don't expect you to win. They don't expect you to do anything, right? It's those kids that I enjoy coaching because they're so tired of not being good, right? They're fed up with just being another person on a roster,
a number,
and they want to be a competitor versus like when that kid actually finally figures it out as far as maybe they had coordination issues, maybe they had certain things that just wasn't clicking for them. And then once they have the information, you start seeing them actually succeed and they kind of like catch up to where everybody else was as far as that is naturally gifted. And you start seeing them actually prosper and succeed. Those are the athletes that I truly enjoy coaching. And I tell everybody, I tell all the athletes this. I was like, I'd rather coach a kid that's not gifted, right? He's a little bit, he's not as talented, but shit, he works hard, right? Yeah. And versus a kid that has all the gift in the world, right? But kind of just shows up, right? Kind of just goes through the motions, right? And eventually, that kid that wasn't really that good is going to pass that kid that's just kind of just going through the motions.
He's going to show out. He's going to show out.
It's going to show.
We'll get his opportunity, and it's going to be like, damn, bro. Damn, I'm not starting no more for real, coach.
Yeah. And it's definitely, it's a beautiful thing, man. If you could go back and mentor your younger self with the information that you know now, right? Seeing it as far as doing great things as far as over the course of your career, actually competing, but now also as a coach, how would you educate yourself and position yourself for success?
There's not a lot of things that I would change. I think as far as I think I needed to go through a few of the things I went through, like to learn. But if there was anything I would like actually change, um, if there's one thing that I would do to position myself for success, I would have entered the transfer portal when my coach left. That's what I would have done. That's literally the only thing I would have done, to be honest with you. Now to say that like maybe I wouldn't have won an SEC championship, I don't know, but I think like my first coach, no disrespect to my second coach, 'cause my second coach is great. He just wasn't much of a technical coach. He's more of like a get really strong and then throw it as far as you can. Me, I'm like a both. Like we need to get really strong, but we also need to have like a very, very strong base technical aspect of the throw.
Mhm.
I would definitely hop in the portal and probably try to go to where my coach ended up going after.
And where'd your coach end up going?
He went to Washington. He went to Washington for 2 years, and then he left there, and now he's at Oklahoma. He's been there for like 5, 6 years now.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, man. That's dope. All right, last question. What does the phrase tunnel vision mean to you?
Tunnel vision is so like it's a tunnel. You don't see much in a tunnel, right? You see, depending on how long your tunnel is, right? Your tunnel could be large. Your tunnel could be very long. It could be very straight, right? Um, I think the tunnel itself is the work. I think the tunnel is like everything that you have in one area that you're trying to push forward. Now, I think to have tunnel vision is to make sure that I think having tunnel vision is ensuring that what you're doing in your sport is a lifestyle and not a light switch, right? Like learning how to understand you can't just turn it on, right? You have to live that lifestyle. You have to have tunnel vision. You're in a tunnel. Everything around you, surrounding you, is to get you to be better, right? And your goal is to get to the end of the tunnel, right? So you can reap the benefits of your labor.
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah, that's like what tunnel vision means to me. Kind of like
Cool.
a weird explanation, but it's like that's how my brain works.
Nah, you good. It's everything you said, man. I love it. Love it. Dang, Charles, I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. I appreciate your honesty and breaking it down. I truly believe that the information shared is valuable and it needs to be shared. I think that athletes and parents need the information as far, especially going through their own journey on their own athletic path. So on behalf of TVA and myself, I want to say thank you.
Hey man, thanks for having me. Happy to be here. Happy to help him out.
Appreciate you tapping in with us. If you found value in this conversation, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with a teammate or athlete who needs to hear it. We're building a community focused on growth on and off the field. We've got more guests lined up, more knowledge coming your way. It doesn't stop here. Follow us on Instagram, tunnel.vision.athletics, for updates, behind the scenes clips, and more content to help you level up. Drop a comment if there's a topic you want us to break down or we did not cover in this clip. Keep working, stay hungry, and remember, your story's still being written. Catch you all in the next one.